Hey cats and kittens, this is the Nail Oracle here live from this very table. I hope you're having a great year. I hope you're having a great year. I hope you're having a great month. I hope you, since our last time together, there's been a lot that's been going on, but as you know, things are holding steady. Don't let the news fool you. Don't trust the news, trust my nails. So as you can see, we have some new growth. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to miss these. These are a cat eye in a brownish color, which I did for Easter. Also, it looks like that dress that Julia Roberts wore in Pretty Woman. We have some new growth, which is doing great, but my nails in the back are doing great. This was a full set, and everything seems fine. So the state of the nails are good, which means the state of this reading should also reflect that. So we're heading into prom season. We're heading into First Communion. We're heading into Mother's Day. We're heading into all the spring holidays. We're about to head into the May Day. So to all my workers, happy May Day. To all the moms, happy Mother's Day, including myself. If you are graduating, if you're heading into final exams, if you're heading into prom season, if you're heading into First Communions and weddings, congratulations to everybody. So I'm going to do a drive-by reading today because let's see if I can do it. All right, so I'm going to do a typical eye spread. So an eye spread says, so the middle, of course, says, so let's start. All right, so this reading is for those that subscribe to the Pisceans. So all my fishes. So basically, if you have Pisces anywhere on your chart, and I'm talking about moons, suns, risings, Pluto's, North, Saturn. If Pisces is on your chart, this reading is for you. If it doesn't apply, you need not. If it's not applying to you, you need not reply to it. However, this is also for entertainment purposes. I do not claim anything here. This is strictly, if it's yelling at you, it's yelling at you. If it's not yelling at you, it's not yelling at you. But, so in my eye spread here, the middle part, the first spread, is usually the things that are happening on this plane. So this is what's happening in real time. Now, the stuff that's happening up top are basically what your ancestors are telling you are going on. Which, sometimes they be screaming at you, but you don't be listening. So it's my job to relay that information. And also the bottom is, it's your intuition. You know this. Ain't nothing weird about it. If you know it, you know it. Like, I'm just reinforcing what you already knew. So let's see what we can do really, really quickly. All right, I'm giving myself about 20 minutes to do this. So let's go. Now, as you can see here, we are starting off with the 9 of Swords. Yes, so fear, anxiety, negativity, breaking point, despair, nightmares, and isolation. If this is describing you, yes, I am there right along with you because I've been going through this myself. So all of us Pisces, we're all dealing with the same thing. This is a very happy time for most, but this is also a very stressful time for most. Fear and anxiety. If you're going through final exams, am I going to pass? Yeah, you're going to pass. Don't worry about that part. Any negativity, like people, like you're going to have people around you that you don't really necessarily want to be around you. That happens too. So you got that going. You're probably at your breaking point. Despair, nightmares, isolation. So if you're having some nightmares, you may want to keep a dream journal about, and I hope everything works out. But here's what also is happening. You also have the 4 of Pentacles going on, which is all about possessiveness, insecurity, hoarding, stinginess, instability, savings, materialism, wealth, and frugality. So you may be feeling a little guarded right now. You feel like whatever you have, you want to save it. If you have one thing, maybe you need more of it. I mean, we are in the middle of a shopping season because, this time around, people do want to buy stuff, gifts. Gifts are coming up. The mail are going to be full of like cards and all this other stuff. So there's going to be that happening. a little bit of greediness, because with final exams comes grading, and with grading comes people wanting to make sure that they get at the top. So that's one of those things. And of course, the 5 of Cups: loss, grief, disappointment, sadness, mourning, discontent, and feeling let down. If this is applying to you, just letting you know that I feel that as well. You may be regretting something and you feel like it's not working out for you. And you know what? This is just like right now, you're probably like in this really stressful phase, and it's because this season is about stressful. And we're not just talking about here, we're talking about globally. Globally, weird things are happening. Everybody's feeling miserable at the same time. Nobody feels like they can get ahead. Nobody feels like they can win. Even though this is a happy season, it's also a very stressful season because people are stressed about spending money. This is not really a great time. We just came off of tax day. You probably had a big tax bill, and now you're kind of like, you don't have much liquid to play with right now, and things are a little scary. So I am right there with you. It's a little rough right now. So meanwhile, while that is happening, let's see what your ancestors are talking about. So your ancestors, well, before we get to the ancestors, let's see what your intuition is saying. So first off, we have the world. So you have change, cycles, fate, decisive moments, luck, fortune, and unexpected events. Think of it as it's the wheel of fortune. So either things work out or things don't work out, yay or nay. So that in your gut, that this is probably going to be for a short while. You probably feel like all of this worry, it's only because it's the season, only because you're not sure, only because nothing seems to be processing too well right now. But at the same time, you have the Knight of Wands here. You're still courageous, energetic, charming, a hero, rebellious, hot-tempered, and free-spirited. We're also heading into the travel season. So as the fact that you're traveling this card is traveling from right to left, which means it's traveling back, which basically means you're probably going towards family. You're probably going towards maybe reunions. You're going towards, you're about to head into a season of revisiting. So that could be what's happening. So that possibly all those old feelings you had in your past are coming back. All those old feelings about reuniting. Maybe there are no good memories coming from that. And your gut just feels like, this is just another thing that I have to do. I don't want to go. And you feel like you're going to get into oppression, addiction, obsession, dependency, excess, powerless, and limitations, because you have the devil hanging out here. So you're going to feel a little locked in. You're going to feel a little chained. You're going to feel, you might delve into the excess. So before you do all of that, you just have to remember, you make everything in moderation. Yes, you may be feeling stressed. You may feel like you have to hold on to whatever you have. Like if you've been wanting to move into a new house or a new apartment, you probably can't right now because you don't know how it's going to look right. You don't know how the market's going to look. And you never know if there's going to be job loss, if there's going to be any sort of anything that'll make things progressively worse for you. Totally get it. We're all in the same boat on that one. And you may have this thing where you just can't. You're feeling a comfort. You're feeling a comfort in that fear. I mean, fear does keep us from making stupid decisions. That's what fear does. It stops us from making bad decisions. So you may be feeling let down. Nothing here is nothing at least down here feels off, because we're in that weird season where things may be a happy time, but at the same time it's feeling a little I don't want, you're feeling why? I don't want to, I can't hold on to it. I have to stay with this, but you also don't want to stay in that worry either. even though you are moving, you feel like you're moving backwards. You don't want to, because, you know, in your heart of hearts, you know that things could change, but you don't know if they'll change for the better or change for the worse. Right now, you're probably leaning towards the worst. And if you are, you know, we're all in the same boat. Like, I'm feeling it myself, of course, that anxiety, that uncertainty, and the world, the way things are going, it's not making it easier either anyway. But here's what the ancestors are saying at the same time. So, Eight of Wands, we got movement, speed, progress, quick decisions, sudden changes, and excitement. So check that out. So we have like sudden changes here, and we had sudden changes somewhere else here. You know, like there again, you have the Wheel of Fortune up here, and we have that. So there's a reversal here. While you may be thinking things aren't going to be great, but your ancestors are also like feeling what you're feeling. You feel like this is a cycle, and they're telling you it's a cycle. And things are going to move fast. So this could be a good time to brace yourself. Why? Well, because, you know, you have the King of Swords here. The King of Swords is all about reason, discipline, authority, integrity, morality, seriousness, high standards, and strictness. So they're telling you, you need to start reevaluating your standards. You need to start being within yourself. You have to find your grounding at this point. You have to, as the King sits here, you have to sit in it. You have to sit in it. You have to be sure of it. I mean, you're trusting it. You're already trusting the process. But I understand, like here, you're not feeling it, but you have to trust the process. And you have to trust that it's a season. Things change. And more than likely, it's going to change for the better. As you can see, I can tell you that my nails are holding on. So if my nails are holding on, that should give you some sort of trust in this process. And finally, we have up here the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is all about sacrifice, waiting, uncertainty, lack of direction, perspective, and contemplation. Yes, it doesn't feel like anything you do will work out. It doesn't feel like there will be fruits to your investments. It just doesn't feel like it. I totally agree with you on that front. It totally sucks. But at the same time, since you have the Wheel of Fortune hanging out here, you have the Wheel of Fortune here, so things may work out. It's one of those things. It's like, and even if it doesn't work out the way you intended, I'm not going to say it could be worse. No, I'm not going to say that. What I could say is, it's just unexpected, you know, and it may force you to have to like reevaluate. It may have to force you to regroup. You may want to head into the era of reflection, but you know, you're also in the season where you're not going to be by yourself for much. Like you have to celebrate with other people, or you're in the season of obligations because, you know, everything is communal. So let's clarify. So one of the things I need to clarify is this. I think I'm going to clarify. I'm going to clarify this Five of Cups because I'm not sure what that is about. The loss, the grieving, the disappointment in here. So the Six of Pentacles, we have a lot happening right here in the clarifier. So the Six of Pentacles is all about generosity. It's all about sharing. And you may feel like you don't want to share. You may feel like, you know, while it says here you have to let go, you know, you're feeling let down. But you have to understand that there's a balance. Just like up here there's a balance, down here is a balance. She's holding two purses. They look a little small. But like my mom always said, the smaller the purse, the more money there's in it. Because there's less for you to carry, because money and currency will help you get through it. It will help you solve more problems that way. And it's going to allow you to wait. It's going to allow you to think more about how you carry yourself and your confidence. So I would say, you know, it's a balance. Like this reading is giving me balance, and it's giving me progress and speed, and also at the same time it's giving me uncertainty, and that's a lot. And I did promise you that this was going to be kind of like a drive-through session, so it's one of those things. So let's see what else is clarifying right now. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so it seems like we're having money. We're worried about money. So I'm gonna put this over here next to the Nine of Swords. Like, I'm gonna let you know right now, I don't like the Nine of Swords or the Ten of Swords. I don't like them because they're always like, imagery is like, it feels like hopelessness. And I'm gonna put the 7 of Pentacles here so that it feels better. And let's be for real, like whatever is happening here might correct itself here. Like, you're worried about it, but you know, keep in mind we're also in the height of spring. We're also in the height of rebirth. There will be some sort of flowering. Like the other day, I kind of noticed that my money tree is actually growing new leaves. I have 2 out of 3, and 2 out of the 3 are actually blossoming, and the third one is just like meh. And I'm like, okay, so I have to commit to losing that. Actually, I am getting a vision right now. So when I look over here and I see loss and grief and disappointment, I do know one of my plants, Judy. She was the first plant that I got when I got my apartment. Like, we found her on a stoop. Somebody was stooping her, and she recently decided to part ways with us, and it was really the saddest thing in the world. It's kind of like we're trying to revive her in different ways, and it just doesn't seem like it's gonna work out too well for us, and it kind of sucks. But at the same time, we do have some more plants. We have a ZZ Top that's doing great. We have a money tree that seems to be doing well. So while Judy is making her exit, other plants are making its place. So that's how I'm thinking about it right now, as I look between the Five of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. And I told you, I don't like the 5 in any of these suits. I don't like any of the 5 cards. All right, and the last card that I want to do, that I probably want to clarify, happens to be the Hanged Man up here. So as a Pisces, that is our card. So to clarify it, we have here the Ace of Pentacles, which means something is coming. The ancestors are telling us that something is coming. I know we don't want to trust the ancestors, but who would know? Who would know better but the ancestors? So the fact that I have so many pentacles here, and when I clarified, it could be that we're feeling like we're not grounded, we're not within ourselves. Everybody is going through the same financial BS. I agree on that front, and it sucks. But at the same time, it very well could blossom out. Because at the same time, I'm also seeing flowers. I'm seeing flowers here. I'm seeing flowers here. Where am I seeing flowers? Where else am I seeing flowers? I'm seeing flowers here. I'm seeing flowers. I see flowers in the Ace of Pentacles. I see little buds here at the Eight of Wands, at the Center of Pentacles, the swords. So to me, flowers are an indication of blossoming, blooming, grounding. It basically means like wherever there are flowers, it means that there's fertile soil. It means that the plant is happy. So yes, the flowers here are behind the swords, and you know, it seems like they're getting poked and prodded, but at the same time they're moving. The same thing. They're moving. They're blossoming. They're only going to get bigger. They're only going to bloom more, and over time it'll kind of work out. So again, this is kind of a drive-by. This is a drive-by reading. I said I was going to try to do this in like a set amount of time. I did say I was going to do 20 minutes. We're at the 20-minute mark. But I will go a few more minutes when I look at this. So, my dear Pisces, wherever Pisces is on your chart, it is looking like things don't look bleak. They just don't look great. They just don't look great. You know, your money is probably very tight. I know mine is. The paycheck just isn't going too far. And, you know, as much as we want things to be better, we want things to work out, it eventually will, because it has to. It cannot go on to be this trash forever. And yeah, you may have to make some sacrifices. You may have to spend. You may have to spend. You may have to save. I don't like that word. Budget. You may have to let go. You may not want to, but you may have to. But you have to make space. You have to cushion yourself. You have to take a few of those dollar bills and you have to save it however you can. I mean, I know it's very hard to save when you don't have much to start with. And I don't mean by, I think when I say save, I don't mean saving money. I mean saving energies. And by saving energies, I mean being realistic. Thinking about your purchase power within the next few days, within the next few weeks, to see how it can take you into the summer. I'm talking about saving your energy. Because, of course, some of you are heading into, like, a reunion season. You're going to meet people you don't want to meet. You're going to see people you don't want to see. And it could be very well that you just cannot process. You know, there's that too. And if that's what's happening, please protect yourself as much as you can. This is what this card is also about. Hold tight your energy. And really pay attention to what is important to you. And, you know, strike a balance. I know that you should be generous this time of year because there's so many gift-giving holidays around. But be reasonable about it. Be balanced about it. You don't have to go big this year. Nobody should be going big this year. Go for intent. Go intentional. Because intentional may not even cost you anything or even cost you much. So remember that part. And remember, this is a cycle. Like, it has to get better. It simply has to. It cannot afford not to be. And that is my reading. I really tried, kids. And I want to thank you for listening. I hope that this works out for you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the reason why I said everything I just said is because the nails are going. There's growth, but they're still so solid. Like, I don't see any signs of lifting until I start doing something. This is when I'm going to clean a sink. And then when I clean the sink, oh, wait, there is lifting. Uh-oh. All right, guys, I kind of lied. Like, I am starting to lift. So because I'm starting to lift, that means you have to be extra careful at this point. You know? Again, it might help to save your energy. Be careful with how you go about things. Things can get don't go too excessive. You know not to go excessive. So that's that. Let's check the other nails to see. Because if my pinky lifts, that means the other ones are about to lift, which means I need to run to the nail shop at some point. All right, it's just the one. It's just this one. This one is starting to lift. Which means I could either lose it. Or it just, it'll hold steady until I get to the nail tech. So, of course, I'm the Nail Oracle. Thank you so much for listening. Again, hold steady, happy, any occasion you're celebrating here. Again, because my nail is lifting, if you're studying, study hard, not too hard, don't burn out. If you're going to a wedding, if you're attending a wedding, if you're at a wedding, if you are getting married, conserve as much as your energy as possible. It ain't that deep. And of course, I will see you in the next reading, hopefully with a new fresh set or a new fresh refill. Quite excited about this. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Goodbye, my special little Pisces. I hope you have like a great month. I hope you have a great day, month, week, year, weekend. Great season, in case I don't see you soon enough. All right? Enjoy yourselves. And remember to follow this and any videos I am on. And yeah, like leave a comment, link, subscribe, share. If anybody is subscribing to the Pisces sentiment, send them this video and hopefully it'll work out for them. See you when I see you. Peace out.